Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. We're really happy to have you here with us today.
Hi, everyone. This is Tom. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We truly appreciate every listener who joins our conversations.
Today's episode is a little different and a little deeper. We're going to talk about a feeling many people experience in life.
Yes, today's topic is about feeling lost. Sometimes people feel confused about life, work, or their future.
And in English conversations, it's actually very common to talk about these feelings. Friends often support each other through honest conversations.
That's right. When someone feels lost, a simple conversation can make a big difference.
Tom, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt lost in your life?
Yes, of course. I think almost everyone experiences that feeling at some point.
That's true. Feeling lost doesn't mean something is wrong with you.
Sometimes it simply means you are thinking deeply about your life.
And when people talk about it in English, they often start with a simple question.
For example, are you feeling lost lately?
That question sounds very gentle and caring.
Yes, it shows that you care about the other person's emotions.
It's not just a casual question. It invites someone to share their thoughts.
When someone asks that question, they are opening the door for a meaningful conversation.
Sometimes people respond quickly
Other times, they pause and think before answering.
because talking about feelings requires trust.
And that trust grows through friendly conversation.
If someone asks you, "Are you feeling lost?" there are many ways to answer.
One simple response could be, yes, I think I'm a little confused about what to do next.
Another person might say, "I'm not exactly lost, but I feel unsure about my direction."
Both answers are honest and natural.
English conversations often include these kinds of reflections.
They help people understand each other better.
People feel lost for many reasons.
Sometimes it's because of work,
Sometimes it's about relationships.
and sometimes it's about personal goals.
When life changes quickly, it's normal to feel uncertain.
But those moments can also lead to growth.
Yes, feeling lost can actually be the beginning of a new path.
When a friend shares these feelings, the most important thing is to listen.
Listening carefully shows respect and kindness.
You don't always need to give advice immediately.
Sometimes people just need someone who understands.
A simple sentence like, I understand how you feel, can mean a lot.
I think many listeners can relate to this topic.
Yes, especially when learning something new like English.
Learning a language can sometimes make people feel lost too.
But that feeling is temporary.
With practice and patience, things become clearer.
And that's why we enjoy having these conversations with you.
In the next part of this episode, we'll explore how to continue the conversation.
We'll share more phrases and ideas that help people talk about their feelings in English.
Stay with us and keep listening.
There's much more to discover in this discussion.
We're really glad you're still here with us. This conversation is getting deeper and more interesting.
Yes, welcome back to part 2 of today's episode. In this part, we are going to continue talking about the feeling of being lost and how people express that in English.
In part 1, we talked about the question, "Are you feeling lost?" and why people ask it. Now, we're going to explore how someone might respond when they truly feel confused or uncertain.
This is something many English learners want to know. Sometimes people know the vocabulary, but they don't know how to express their feelings naturally.
Let's start with a common sentence people use. Someone might say, "I'm not sure what I'm doing with my life right now." That's a very honest way to express confusion.
Yes, and it sounds very natural in English conversations. People use that sentence when they feel uncertain about their direction.
Another way someone might express the same feeling is by saying, "I feel like I don't know what my next step should be."
That sentence shows that the person is thinking about the future but doesn't have a clear plan yet.
Sometimes people also say, "I feel stuck."
That's a powerful phrase. It means the person feels like they cannot move forward in life.
When people talk about feeling lost, they often try to explain the reason behind it.
Yes, because feelings usually come from experiences or situations.
For example, someone might say, I've been working for years, but I don't feel excited about my job anymore.
Or someone might say, I studied something in school, but now I'm not sure if it's what I really want.
These sentences show reflection. People are thinking deeply about their life choices.
And English conversations often include this type of reflection.
Tom, when people feel lost, they often start asking themselves big questions.
That's very true. Questions like, what do I really want? Or what should I do next?
Those questions can feel overwhelming sometimes.
Yes, but they can also lead to important discoveries.
In English conversations, people sometimes say, I'm trying to figure things out.
That's a great phrase. It means the person is still thinking and exploring possibilities.
When someone shares these feelings with a friend, the conversation becomes very meaningful.
Yes, because it shows trust.
A friend might respond with something supportive like, that's completely normal.
Or they might say, a lot of people go through that stage.
These responses help the person feel less alone.
And that's one of the most powerful things about conversations.
Sometimes people want to talk about their confusion without sounding too negative.
In those situations, they might say something like, I'm still exploring my options.
That sentence sounds positive even though the person is uncertain.
Another natural sentence is, I'm still learning what I enjoy doing.
That shows openness and curiosity.
And curiosity is an important part of growth.
One important message we want to share with our listeners is this. Feeling lost is not a failure.
It's actually a very common experience.
Many successful people once felt confused about their path.
What helped them was reflection and conversation.
Talking to someone you trust can bring clarity.
And sometimes just saying your thoughts out loud helps you understand them better.
If you are listening to this episode and you sometimes feel lost, remember that you're not alone.
Many people go through the same experience at different times in life.
The important thing is to stay curious about yourself.
And to keep exploring new possibilities.
Life rarely moves in a straight line.
Sometimes the path becomes clear only after a period of uncertainty.
In the next part of this episode, we're going to talk about how to support someone who feels lost.
We'll share useful English phrases that help you comfort and encourage a friend.
Those conversations can be very meaningful and powerful.
So stay with us as we continue this discussion.
We're glad you're spending this time with us.
And we're looking forward to continuing the conversation in part 3.
We're really glad you're still here with us for part 3 of today's episode.
Yes, welcome back. So far, we've talked about what it means to feel lost and how people express confusion or uncertainty in English.
In this part, we're going to focus on something very important: how to support someone who feels lost.
Because when a friend shares their feelings, the way we respond can make a big difference.
Tom, when someone says they feel lost, what do you think is the first thing we should do?
Honestly, the first thing is simply to listen, not interrupting and not rushing to give advice.
That's such an important point. Listening shows respect and care.
Exactly. Sometimes people don't need solutions immediately.
They just need someone who understands them.
And in English conversations, we often show that understanding through simple phrases.
One common phrase people use is, I understand how you feel.
Yes, that sentence shows empathy. It tells the other person that their emotions are valid.
Another phrase someone might say is, that sounds really difficult.
That sentence shows you are acknowledging their struggle.
And it creates a safe space for the conversation.
When people feel safe, they are more open to sharing.
Another important thing when supporting someone is avoiding judgment.
Yes, judgment can close the conversation very quickly.
Instead of saying something critical, people often say something supportive.
For example, it's okay to feel that way.
That sentence helps the person feel accepted.
And acceptance is very powerful.
Sometimes asking thoughtful questions can also help.
Yes, questions encourage reflection.
For example, you might ask, what do you think is causing this feeling?
Or you might ask, what would make you feel more excited about the future?
These questions invite the person to explore their thoughts.
But they should always be asked gently.
Another way to support someone is by sharing your own experiences.
Yes, because it reminds them that they're not alone.
For example, you could say, I went through something similar a few years ago.
And then you might explain how you handled it.
That kind of story can give hope.
It shows that difficult moments can lead to growth.
Encouragement is another important part of supportive conversations.
People often say things like, I believe you'll figure this out.
That sentence shows confidence in the person.
Another encouraging phrase could be, you're stronger than you think,
These words can give someone motivation.
especially when they feel uncertain about themselves.
Sometimes people who feel lost forget their own strengths.
That's very true.
A supportive friend might say, You've overcome difficult things before.
Or they might say, you have many talents and abilities.
Hearing those reminders can be uplifting.
It helps people remember who they are.
Supporting someone also requires patience.
Yes, change doesn't happen overnight.
People need time to reflect and grow.
And sometimes they need several conversations before they feel better.
That's completely normal.
Growth is often a gradual process.
If you have a friend who feels lost, your presence can be very meaningful.
Even a short conversation can bring comfort.
Kind words can give someone hope.
And hope is often the first step toward finding direction again.
In the next part of our episode, we'll talk about how people begin to find direction again.
We'll explore the language people use when they begin to feel hopeful and motivated.
Those moments are very inspiring.
So stay with us as we continue the conversation.
We're really grateful you're listening today.
And we look forward to sharing part 4 with you soon.
We're really happy you're still listening to our conversation today.
Yes, in the previous parts, we talked about feeling lost and how to support someone who feels that way.
Now we're going to talk about something hopeful. What happens when people begin to find direction again?
Because feeling lost is often only a temporary stage in life.
Tom, when people start feeling better, what usually changes first?
I think the first change often happens in their thinking.
That's true. Their mindset begins to shift.
Instead of thinking, I have no idea what to do, they begin thinking, maybe I can try something new.
That small change in thinking can make a big difference.
It opens the door to new possibilities.
When someone starts moving forward again, they often talk about taking small steps.
Yes, small steps are very important.
In English conversations, people often say, I'm trying something different.
Or they might say, I'm exploring new opportunities.
These sentences show progress.
Even if the person still feels uncertain, they are moving forward.
Another thing people often realize is that life is a learning process.
Yes, every experience teaches something.
Someone might say, I'm learning more about what I really enjoy.
Or they might say, I'm discovering new interests.
Those statements sound hopeful and positive.
They show curiosity about life.
Many people eventually understand that life is not a straight path.
Exactly. Everyone experiences twists and turns.
When people accept that reality, they often feel more relaxed.
Instead of feeling pressure to have everything figured out.
In English conversations, someone might say, I'm still figuring things out.
That phrase is very common.
And it sounds honest and natural.
During this stage, encouragement from friends can be very powerful.
Yes, supportive words can motivate someone to keep going.
A friend might say, I'm proud of you for trying.
Or they might say, you're making progress.
Those sentences remind people that growth is happening.
As people gain confidence again, they start talking more about the future.
They begin imagining new possibilities.
Someone might say, I'm excited to see where this path leads.
Or they might say, I feel more hopeful about the future.
Those words show a big transformation.
From confusion to optimism.
Looking back, many people realize that feeling lost helped them grow.
Yes, those moments often lead to important lessons.
Someone might say, that difficult time helped me understand myself better.
Or they might say, I learned what really matters to me.
These reflections show maturity.
And they often inspire others.
If you're listening right now and you feel a little lost, remember this.
Feeling lost doesn't mean you are failing.
Sometimes it simply means you are searching for the right direction.
And searching is part of growth.
Every step you take helps you learn more about yourself.
And eventually, the path becomes clearer.
In the final part of our episode, we'll share our closing thoughts.
We'll also talk about how conversations like this can help people feel connected.
And we'll say goodbye to our wonderful listeners.
So stay with us for part 5.
We're really glad you're part of this conversation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final part of today's episode. We're so happy that you stayed with us through this conversation.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate every listener who spends this time with us.
Over the past 4 parts, we talked about feeling lost, how to express confusion in English, supporting a friend, and finding direction again.
We hope you've learned useful phrases and ideas that you can use in your daily conversations.
Feeling lost is something many of us experience. It's normal and part of the human journey.
Exactly. What matters most is how we respond, both to ourselves and to others.
We talked about simple phrases like, "Are you feeling lost? I understand how you feel. I'm still figuring things out." These sentences help make conversations natural and meaningful.
And we also discussed the power of listening, empathy, and encouragement. All of these create stronger connections with friends and people around you.
If you've ever felt lost, remember, you're not alone. Everyone goes through moments like this.
Even if it feels overwhelming, small steps forward can make a huge difference.
Talk to someone you trust. Share your thoughts. Use the English phrases we shared today.
Step by step, you will feel more confident and find clarity.
We want to thank you again for being part of today's episode. Your time and attention means so much to us.
We hope this conversation gave you both practical tips and emotional support.
Remember, learning English isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about connecting with people and sharing real experiences.
And that's exactly what today's conversation was about.
If you enjoyed this episode, we would love it if you subscribe to our podcast channel. It helps us continue making more episodes for you.
Yes, subscribing is easy and it ensures you don't miss future episodes. We have more topics about daily life, feelings, and useful English conversations.
Also, feel free to share this episode with friends who might benefit from it. Helping each other grow is what this podcast is all about.
So, to sum up, feeling lost is a natural part of life. Expressing your feelings is healthy. Supporting friends is important, and finding direction is always possible.
Use the phrases we shared today in your conversations. Be patient with yourself and others. Small steps make big changes.
And never forget, a friendly conversation can change someone's day.
This is Mary saying thank you for listening today.
And this is Tom saying goodbye. We hope you feel inspired and ready to have meaningful conversations in English.
Until next time, keep learning, keep connecting, and take care of yourself.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.